when you're in Haifa, that's where the story starts, at least in the book. And you, before long, you find a kindred soul by the name of Lee, and you decide, hey, the two of you decide it's time to go surfing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That was crazy in and of itself.
Yeah, I suppose we believe in bonding through a common interest, and his friend saw me walk through the door of this inn I was staying in, and he runs up with a cell phone with his friend Lee on the other end and says, "Hey man, do you want to surf this spot in a half hour?" I'm like, "Sure." And that's how it began. It began like a rocket. I mean, it just started based off the image of this lone California surfer stumbling into this town, not knowing anyone.
And here's another surfer.
And there it went.
And, of course, he asks if you want to go surfing, and you, of course, say yes, and something wonderful happened that particular time. Can you read that part to us, please?
Yeah, so in the book, Surfing the Middle East, I felt so happy I got to deal with surfing both in the narrative and in the poetic sense. And here's what I wrote about that first day of surfing in Haifa. There's a flash of uncertainty when the great power of the sea grabs you, pulling your nose of your board into the full steepness of the crest, forcing you into a line you're not quite sure is even makeable. But so much for that. You've already committed. So you grab the rails and arch your back as your lead foot slides up the waxed deck, planting that twisted sucker down with a Solomon-like authority. The rest of your body follows as you come upright, rushing down the line, parallel to shore, setting up for the perfect ride. The perfect ride. An orgasm, only known to those who've actually had one. How could it be explained to a child? It must be felt, earned, which is fortunate because does this wave start to kick, gaining speed as the water is hastily draining from your only makeable exit. It is chasing you like a pack of rabid beasts, lurching and closing in fast. No margin for error. Jesus God, you think, can I make it? With your knees breezed and your front foot lightly pumping, you hustle down the manic chase of whitewater destruction. Reality hits. The lip of the wave has started to break, almost over your head and into the curl. Nature's music is so humbling. A mere moment in this wave-covering shack seems like a blissful eternity, a moment that took years of preparation for this somber moment. It is now, utter sublime, the shack of, the source of, the Holy Grail. The peace humanity has overlooked on this Middle Eastern shore for thousands of years.